Alternian society is dependent on romance. Now just to clarify, this is not referring to the pre-Scratch world before us. Troll romance, as many of you know, has 4 quadrants, while humans only have 1, the ordinary flushed sector, which is symbolized by a heart. It is highly likely that troll society depends on romance to keep it from falling apart. Allow me to explain. To illustrate my point, we will first look at the types of romance that do not produce genetic material for reproduction, more allegiance and auspicism. Now what we have to ask is why trolls evolved to produce a type of romance that does not allow them to reproduce, as this is the point of romance in the first place. Hussey has stated that lesser feuds are common in Alternian society, and without an auspice as a mediator, the feuds would devolve into full-blown schismicide, causing widespread hate across Alternia, even to the point of infidelity. He has also stated that trolls are a very angry and violent race, and if some of the more hot-tempered and dangerous were left to their own devices, they could pose a serious threat to troll society. This is countered because the previously stated trolls are instinctively inclined to have a platonic attraction to more cool-tempered trolls, which counsel them and keeps them from harming others and themselves through more allegiance. This explains the necessity of 2 quadrants that don't even cause reproduction. I will now explain the quadrants that do in fact produce genetic material. When trolls produce the genetic material needed to be added to the incestuous slurry the mother grub produces, it is all mixed together, meaning that if 2 trolls who share the same genetic material were to produce more genetic material in separate relationships, it would all be mixed together anyway, meaning it is socially acceptable for 2 trolls who share the same genetic material to be in a romantic relationship. This is implied later by Karkat in a conversation between him and John. Another thing in Alternian society which heavily promotes romance is that it is socially acceptable to be in 4 relationships at once, the 4 quadrants, and even if trolls have contradicting feelings towards each other, they can be switched on a whim, in which Hussey states, "It doesn't take much to flip a switch and transmute black rum feelings to red rum, and vice versa." To restate, trolls can be in up to 4 relationships at once, in which the feelings of any of them could potentially switch at any moment, and they can even share the same genetic material, or even be the same gender. And if that wasn't enough, Alternian society promotes romance so much that the trolls who don't produce genetic material for both a flushed and a caligulous quadrant will be killed on the spot. Trolls literally live for romance. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Hope you enjoyed.